What's good with y'all, man? It's MACSHOOTER49 back at it again with another banger of a video, bro. In this video, I will be showing you how to make better and effective melodies that actually get placed. If you don't know who I'm cooking up with this video, my boy Keon, him, and Juco recently just wrote a sample for Gunna. So we're not lying to you when we tell you that these melodies are actually effective. Thank you so much, Explosive Beats, for getting that place. Let's hope it drops. The premise of this video is going to be showing you guys a legit breakdown, step by step, of everything that goes through our minds. Or at least I'm going to try to show you guys what goes through our minds when it comes to making a sample that will get placed. I'm starting to see a lot more memes of people becoming more aware of the Nardo-Wick sample pandemic going on here. Honestly, I have nothing to say about that, but you know who I am, bro. I'm just trying to help y'all improve y'all melodies. So if you're tired of making the same dark stuff over and over again, maybe try taking some of the techniques from this video and applying it to your own sauce and creating your own new sound. Maybe it might help you, maybe it won't.
It was one of the parts was out of key.
Like something you would do. You would want like
when it comes to starting a melody, man, sound selection and your foundation of the sound really matters. So this ARP or this pad right here can really make a good opportunity for me to like chop this up, flip it, halftime it, because it already doesn't sound boring. It already sounds like a good start, you know. That's why I told him to keep it, because when I hear that idea of like, okay, let's lay down chords with this, it's already having a rhythmic sound to it, like it's already good enough, you know. So I wouldn't have to like sit down and search forever. So, and how you do that is you watch videos on cool contact banks, cool VSTs, new sounds. You just keep loading up on experimental stuff. And on top of that, I like to have my sounds moving, which means they're rhythmic. So this LFO always plays, is gonna be playing in the background. Like, just watch. I got an idea though, bro. Like, let me have it, cause this nigga over here making some Call of Duty shit. Niggas is some. You'll listen to this and make some shit like this and be like, oh, new chord.
cars. Steven. Vehicles.
The second technique to building a good melody, bro, is to have good chords. And just a disclaimer, before we keep going here, I don't want to be on here telling you guys what to do or thinking like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be done. Like, there's no rules to this. This is just our process and how we make melodies. Like I said, maybe you can take something from this and add it to your own. So the chords here are pretty dope. They're all 7th chords, it looks like. And then when we resolve to the key of C, I have 1 9 chord here. If you don't know what 7 and 9 chords are, just know that they are beautiful sounds. Basically, the more notes you add, the more beautiful it may get. That's not always 100% the example, but 7th and 9 chords are the R&B, cool, beautiful, luscious chords that you be hearing. Since we're making a melodic sample here, I feel like the 7th and the 9 chords were needed. So I know that I made a few chords in the beginning and then I flipped it, which I used Alt-Y from FL Studio to flip your chords. So I started off with a G minor 7th, going up to a G sharp major 7th, back down to an F minor 7th, and then we finally resolve with a C minor 9. So if you're really new to music theory, you're probably like, okay, what the hell did you just say? I will make a whole separate video on that, guys. So I would probably look up some good chords on YouTube, 7ths, stuff to play, like stuff to click in. Like, you kind of have to have a direction when it comes to chords. especially with music theory. Even though you want to do whatever you want most of the time, when it comes to the theory and stuff, there's a little bit of rules there. But then again, rules are meant to be broken, so do whatever you want. But if you take anything from this excerpt, just know that 7 chords are great, 9 chords are great, and just poly chords and stacking them on top of each other are great. To be as simple as possible, the more notes that you have, and the fact that the notes have to have a theory behind it, which means it has to have a direction. That's how a lot of soul samples are made and R&B samples. They have a chord direction to it, which leads to dope bass lines, vocals, stuff like that. This is all just the foundation right now. Listen, I know I'm terrible at explaining things, bro, but just bear with me here. The chords matter within a sample, so if you're still making the same old stuff, try some new chords and watch whatever you create. I do this every sample, guys, and this is called layering. If you guys know, like, layering is probably the easiest thing ever when it comes to a melody. All you gotta do is just copy and paste the same stuff over. For the second layer, you can always take out some notes and add stuff. In terms of the presets, we chose a pad here, but we're also gonna choose an Analog Lab preset that you see us using in a minute here. I like to layer sometimes 2-3 times, maybe even 4 times, but once you have the different sounds and tones, it creates a crazy texture.
Wait, what if you keep some of the distortion, just like turn it down?
You got your foundation, and now you have 2 copies of that foundation, which are probably in different VSTs. Next, the fun part is the effects. So you can put so many effects and flip those layers and have a cool kind of like way to chop up new stuff in the same key, you know what I'm saying, and have it be like an accent or an ear candy. And it'll still sound fire. What we did here was use a lot of effect track and a lot of portal with some pedals to create a cool granular kind of texture to layer on top of it. Now you can kind of hear how the sample is kind of forming and moving together. I'm gonna go try to get a live bass. You should probably add a lot of like textures and ear candy and shit. That would be hard.
What textures in your candy? I better do a switch up. Are you ready?
So as you guys could just saw what I was doing, I just took one layer which had a different effect and another layer which was the same thing, but it had a completely different effect on it. And I just stacked them together, and that kind of created a lot of textures to it. So right now, as you see, Keon is just adding a bunch of one-shots, and this excerpt is called the tool section. People are no splice, everything from scratch, but I feel like we got tools to use, you know, to really fill in the sample. So right now, we're just filling in the gaps with a bunch of vocals, ear candies, one-shots, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what you say. It's not cheating to me, so do whatever you want to do. And right now I'm just trying to do a bass line, live bass. It actually comes out really dope. I hope my boy doesn't mind me sharing his bass preset, link in description. All I do is have an electric guitar, play the lowest notes, and then pitch it down an octave.
go into the one right there, the one above it. That one. Well, not those. Like the one that was already open. That has crew all over it, but the one go above it. You black monk. That one, the one that's open already.
This one?
No, look, that one. Yeah, that one. Well, don't click the one with the dots, but yeah. Because one of the parts was out of key.
After we got done arranging it, we felt like that was pretty good and pretty simple. In my opinion, man, a really good way to make effective hard-hitting melodies that plays sounds, chords, tools, you know, some vocals, because vocals always be hidden, and just your effects processing. It's really not as hard as it may look. People think it's like some wizardry work. I try to put as much information and explain as best as possible. I'm actually gonna drop another video in like a few days on just breaking down another sample and trying to explain how the process really can get like super creative, super simple, and super fun, you know, instead of just kind of like really mess ourselves up in the head like, oh, this is not a good sample, you know what I'm saying? You don't really have to know a bunch of these rules. You just really have to have the sounds that you can play with and manipulate them into a unique way to where it doesn't sound like everybody else's. That's when you kind of find a sound for yourself. So investing in yourself by having like some instruments, weird stuff, cheap, weird instruments, like stuff that can really like provide a unique sound, but you have a little bit of theory behind it, you have a little bit of direction to it, and then it should be good. Making melodies that get plays are not hard at all, guys. That's why this video is so like not crazy informative, because it's like you guys got it within you, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta like take some of the techniques in here and just apply it on your own thing. But if you already knew this and you're like, you just wasted 10-11 minutes of my time, I'm sorry about that. We'll try again next time. Most importantly, guys, the harsh truth is that it's going to take a lot of time and practice. Just like anything else in life, me and Keon been making samples for about 3-4 years, so we already have a momentum and what we want to hear in our loops. A lot of you guys don't have a direction on what you want to make yet, so until then it's going to take a lot of trial and error, back and forth, bad loops, some good loops, bad beats, a little bit of good beats. It takes all that just to get to a pinnacle and a point to where you're just like, damn, I'm really free flowing now and I don't get burnt out about stuff. Overthinking is probably the biggest enemy of this whole thing, of why we can't make the best stuff. So with that being said, you just have to go out and create stuff. There's not really like an answer to cure your, you know, better samples or this. Even though this video is like, this is a proven strategy to make better samples, I obviously just do that to get y'all into the YouTube algorithm. I'm gonna keep it real with you over here. You can have all the tools, all the instruments and stuff, bro, and there's some people that have none of this stuff that I have and still make better samples than me. It's all about that practice and how much you learn every single day and apply. So as much effects, plugins I want to give you guys, as much synth sauce I want to give you guys, at the end of the day, it's still practice. It's still gonna take a lot of time. So as long as you just keep studying and applying and keep going at it, you're gonna get better. Make sure to follow my bro Keon right here. Go cop his kits. Go show my man some love. I really appreciate you guys for tuning into this video, man. If you guys need anything, my socials and Discord will be down in the description. Love y'all boys, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.